I'll just be Radha. Don't worry. Even not Madhav guy left.
What?
Some guy left from the team. Okay, switch off party chat.
Welcome everyone to the Bracket 2 finals of NITK's Valorant tournament. Today's match is between G2W and Freshers 5. Freshers 5 will be defending and G2W will be attacking. Starting us off, we have the Bind, a great map, relatively small, but with the use of TPs, it can definitely have some interesting rotations, some interesting plays. And to start us off, the first pistol round. Team comp wise, it looks like KJ is a staple, and I guess that's the only one alongside Jet that is common in the teams.
Out of charges.
GW starting us off with a short push on A.
Toxin screen down.
Looks like the Reyna will not be able to spot the cross. A great shot by the Jet, and the Brimstone caught on the flank. Now the whole of G2W walking in on site right now.
Spike planted.
Looks like the plant will go down. U-Haul is not traded and the defenders are able to get a pick. That leaves the defenders in a 3v4, but the health on both sides not too high.
Toxin screen down.
The Viper is able to get a pick.
Enemy remaining.
Serena gets one as well, and the attackers are able to grab the round right in front of the defenders. That is round 1 to G2W. A great first round from both the teams. G2W walking in short and able to establish some control, turning around and getting the flank. Looks like they will be trying short again. This time the Jet is taking aggressive position. And it looks like all the defenders will be stacking A. The Jet not able to make it happen with only a pistol in hand. Now MacLeod moving forward, using a smoke, and perhaps the attackers are not aware yet that B site is completely free. The SOA drone will be able to scout most of the site, and rotations
Swarm grenade out.
only from the KJ right now on the defense. SOA will be able to spot the KJ now. Aries doing its work.
Right here.
Spots the Sage as well. And that leaves
Last player standing.
only the
Good
Brim.
awareness by the Sova and good positioning of, and I don't know, they're holding the side really well.
Great play by G2W now. Perhaps stacking A was not the right choice, but defenders now with guns in their hands, gun rounds coming out from both the teams. Hopefully G2W will also swap to better options
Right here. Right here.
as they have 2 rounds under their belt now
Right here.
and a pretty good lead.
Placing alarm bot.
I see the defending Sage instantly walling the Shahs.
A wall up in Shahs reduces the pressure that can be put through while pushing this A side. Though we have seen before, G2W really did not need the Shah's pressure. Now, Shrutik pushing up a little bit, hoping to catch rotations. Looks like he will spot the Viper. Gets the ding, but is not able to secure the kill. Now the attacking Jet does get spotted by the Brimstone. Shruti again pushing up. The spike, however, is on the other side.
Good play by the Bim at a shot.
The KG alarm bot
30 seconds
ensures
left.
that Shruti is, or the defending Jet is not able to get a pick. Now a 4v3 in favor of the defenders. Moving towards this B side. KJ nades are popped early, and that gives enough time
10 seconds
for the
left.
defending Reyna to
Spike down B.
get one pick up and long. The Sova is able to get a pick, and as the timer runs out, the defenders are able to grab one round back
Last player standing.
and a little more damage to the economy.
Need a drop. Thanks.
Again, restricted TP use not seen much. The Sage will put up the wall up short, and the Brim smokes again come down. Sword out this time. Sword drone will be able to spot out the Brim.
Seeing good use of utility already
Scanning ahead.
going into use by the defenders and the attackers, both to prevent a push or to try to push.
Sword out will be able to spot the Sage on site now. The attackers are able to get 2 picks. U-wall control is not established just yet.
Spike
They
planted.
do have the spike down from Shah, and it looks like
Last player standing.
only the KJ left. Coming from this CT. They're able to get 1 pick. And now the attacking Jet is able to
Nice
clean up.
4 picks.
4 kills on the round, and that is the 4th round of the game to the attackers, to G2W. The Brim and the Jet using the smokes, using their
Here.
abilities to push up short. But it seems like it has been the weak point, and attackers have been using that to their advantage.
Alarm bot out.
Jet ult now used by the defenders, and it looks like they will not be able to translate into a kill, and Shah's control is lost. The Reyna blind does go through. They don't check a corner, which means the Sage is able to move 2 down.
Yikes.
The attacking Jet gets 1 though. Again, they don't check the Sage corner, but
Last player standing.
It's a good Viper ult. They should have got the spike down sooner, but
Spike
it is
planted.
going down now.
Sword out will be able to spot out trap, and that is round 4 for the attackers.
Very unlucky for the KJ there, but yeah, good sword art.
Great presence of mind, using the cooldowns, using the abilities, and being able to spot the KJ means that there was no chance for that 1v2 to fall through.
Right here.
Economy wise now, the attackers have all the guns that they want. Defenders doing what they can. The out drone will go through to clear hookah. is able to spot out at least one, and the KJ utility.
Nowhere to run!
The Sobal now used but does not break the KJ lockdown. Perhaps it was not required, as
Good presence of Mike by the Brim. He ulted and then put the molly in that corner, in which the ult didn't reach, pushing Sova out of that corner.
indeed now the defending Jet had a great position, was able to get one tag on the Viper that did take the TP. The rest of the attacking team now up short. Looks like they will be able to get the plant out. The Jet and Shaz able to absorb a lot of this pressure. The Spectre is good for one, gets the kill on triple and is able to upgrade a gun. Now the rest of the attackers are stationed up in this U-Haul
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
with only one defender left now. It's going to be a 1v1. A Vandal in hand for Pasi.
Shot that.
Decides to go with the shock, and perhaps that is enough time wasted. Is able to secure the round and gets the scoreline to 1-5. 5 in favor of G2W and 1 for Precious 5.
Well played by the Sova there. I think pulling off the shock dart was a good decision rather than peeking, because he forced Sage to move away from the spike.
Perhaps that was, but I'm not sure if the shock actually did damage. So that was enough distraction and enough time wasted where they were able to secure the spike.
If you
The
just
owl
watch
drone.
that Sova push, it was a great push. He shock darts Hookah and then pushes to that box.
The Outrun does not spot the Brim in the cubby. The shock darts are good for one. The Brim will be forced to molly to regain control. And the attackers already down to. The Jet are not able to convert into a kill. Finally gets one. The Reyna ult had been used, Empress had been used. Sage ult does go through for the revive. A ding does go through on the wall bang. It's not enough, unfortunately.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
And only the Sova's
Spike
left.
down
As
A.
patience is the name of the game, and the Jet with the op all the way on A side is able to secure a kill. The Sova does get one B long,
10 seconds left.
but the round will be given to the defenders as the spike is way too far.
You're just like
Great shot from the Reyna, denies the save. And that is 2-5. The second round for the defenders.
That was a good hold by the defenders and a nice push up into Hookah. Didn't work out for him because the Sova got Brim, but I think they held them off long enough and played that really well.
Indeed, now
Here.
Marshall in hand does come across the wall though. It looks like the op does get a pick in Shaz. The Sova using the owl drone only spots the KJ. The Brim does have a very good position. The bomb, however, still stuck Shaz, and Shruti just playing with patience.
Defeat. defeated.
Great shot by the Sova.
Revealing area.
You should run.
The Sova dart will spot out the brim. The molly does come through. Sutik still holding this A side. Now finally the jet gives up and rotates. And that means the Viper is able to get a plant. The KJ though, still causing a ruckus on this B side, is able to get 2 picks.
Recalling my bot.
A 2v4 now in favor of the attackers.
Toxin screen down.
The
Great
Viper
two
stationed
picks by
up.
the KJ.
Yep, the 2 picks ensured that
Found them.
the attackers would have an advantage. Looks like the Sword Art will be able to spot out the Sage.
Shock dart.
Pulls out the shocks, is able to deal damage. Unfortunately, it's
remaining.
not enough. The Ares, however, is not able to convert it into a kill, and that will be another round for the attackers. 2-6 the score. 6 in favor of G2W.
So we saw that G2W won against Freshers 5 last match. What do you think has changed, or should, I mean, Freshers 5 should change this match in order to prevent that loss?
I believe Freshers 5 and G2W both are definitely great teams. They are well aware of how to use their utility.
Enemy
It obviously also comes down to the map, and Brimalt now invested just to slow down the push. The Sword Art will be able to spot both of them. Empress used by the attacking Reyna. Shrutik's op is good for 1. And perhaps it will be a little too early, as the rest of the attacking team is able to fake and perhaps take control of this A site.
Cutting their vision.
The defending Reyna not able to get a pick.
Spike planted.
The attacking Reyna's Empress did run out. Was not able to get a kill fast enough. Now Shrutik peeking this CT. They do have Shah's control as well, so they are sure that the rest of the attackers are definitely up in this U-Haul or up short. Ares is good for 1, clears out U-Haul.
Last player standing.
That leaves only the KJ. Now walking through Shah's. Does shoot a bullet. Looks like the Sage was not aware of where it came from. And that might be enough to secure the round.
Enemy remaining.
The Ares is not good enough to translate.
Clutch.
And it is the 7th round to the attackers.
Well timed KJ nades over there by the attacking KJ.
Here.
Indeed, that was great timing. And unfortunately, the Sage, the defending Sage, did get shot at, but was not sure where the bullet came from. That means that Zavardo is good for 3 and is able to secure the round.
Do you think that the Ares has become a more viable gun than the Spectre right now? Because of its up, it is save round.
Indeed, the Ares is definitely good, especially when it comes down to shooting your opponents through cover, wall banging. Ares definitely has the upper hand. And Shrutik now, good for 1, does get traded out,
Toxins coming
but
up.
damage has been done. The push is definitely slowed down now. The Sage also in the cubby. A 4v4. So was not able to land his shots.
Spike
And the
down
defenders
B.
get 2 quick picks with
One
spike
enemy
in
remaining.
sight. That leaves only the attacking Reyna now, stuck in a position. He will get pushed from behind.
30 seconds
He's
left.
able to dismiss out. Gets digged through the wall. And that will be round 3 for the defenders. 3-7 the score. 7 in favor of GTW and 3 for Freshers 5.
Nice taps by the defending Reyna.
Indeed, now you see another op being pulled by the defenders. They do have the money, and it has proven to be very useful. The attackers, however, opting for a save. They do have rounds to spare.
Placing
KJ now
swarm
mid
grenade.
in hand,
Found them. Till the swarm grenade out.
but not get spotted by the Sova arrow.
Placing swarm grenade.
That
Recalling
turret,
my bot.
however, little misplaced. Brim here. Here the TP does get pushed, is able to get one, but does get traded out. Reyna does teleport, but there is an op on this side. Does not get spotted through Shaz. 2 people on this A side. KJ is left alone B. The turret will be able to spot out one. The op does connect, and that
Spike
is the
down
spike.
A.
Defending Reyna,
One enemy
able to
remaining.
get one,
30 seconds left.
and the TP does come through. The deagle shot does not connect. And it looks like it will be another round to the defenders.
10 seconds left.
Good enough for a save round though.
Yes, I think they would have hoped that they could at least get this back down, but that hasn't happened yet.
Is able to save a gun as well.
Last round in the half.
And that save round might be enough
Need a drop.
for the attackers, as they're able to grab all the gear that they want. The defenders, however, also healthy on economy. Pick up an Odin as well. That Odin will be posted up here in Shaz, most likely going short.
Take flight.
The owl drone now being used will spot this Brim, or okay,
Right
Brim
here.
will shoot at it and will go down.
There they are.
Brim does keep one shot. He's able to spam and get one, but does get traded.
Right here.
The KJ nades do come out, and it looks like the lockdown will also go down. The slowdown by push.
to run.
The Sohalt is used on the lockdown.
Good presence of mind by
Round of
the
down.
Sova.
Turrets destroyed. You should run.
And the attacking KJ's lockdown does come through as well.
Into my world.
All the ults are used, Empress is used, and so is Viper's Pit.
I have this fight.
Spike will go down as the lockdown comes to a close.
Blunt.
Last player standing.
Zavato is good for 2, and that might just be enough.
Completely with. I think that is the round unless, well, we've seen the Orion do wonders. Can it do it again?
Yoden's good for 1. Unfortunately, it does get spammed, and that is 4 to 8. 8 in favor of GW and 4 for Freshers 5.
Switching sides.
An interesting
I
round
think
indeed.
we've almost seen Not too much disparity between both teams. I think they're looking pretty good in terms of gunplay, but ability-wise, yes, till now the attackers have done a very good job into pushing and good presence of mind by everyone on their team, good teamwork, good coordination, and I want to see how this half goes.
Ability wise, I feel both the teams are at a par. It just comes down to winning those small 1v1s that it seems like Freshers 5 are just not able to pull off. As they now choose to follow the routes and try to hit a shot. The Viper will spot out the KJ in Shahs, and
Screen down.
looks like it might be translated to a Shahs push. The spike still up a shot. Spots one in heaven, spots one at triple. KJ playing the patient game. The turret will be able to spot out one
Destroyed.
hookah.
No charges left.
The nades are off. Even after being vulnerable, the shock dart, however, confirms the kill, and G2W are looking to take back control of the site. The attacking
30
arena,
seconds left.
not the best performance.
You disappoint me.
Does spot the jet.
Enemy
Is able to
remaining.
get the jet. The bullet's not enough for the
I
Viper,
don't
but
die
quick
so
reload does
easily.
come through, and that is 3 kills for Mr. Lulu. And a round as well.
Nicely done by the attackers. Not great side clearing, but yeah, I think that the one that winning the round is enough in that case, and we'll see bias coming through right now by the attacking side, and hence choosing to go with Marshall, Just +6, and even Ares.
Looks like both the teams are indeed a little poor and opting to go for lighter buys. The spam from heaven is good. The sword art will not be able to spot anyone, but the defenders are aware of the position. The defending arena is able to get a quick pick with the Ares, is able to dismiss out as well. The Sova here on top of heaven with his Ares is raining hell, it seems. The defending arena now with 3 kills. Holding this U-Haul, not giving up control. The spike, however, is in Shahs.
Last player
The
standing.
Deagle not good enough. And the defending arena with 4 kills on the round with the Ares secures them the 9th round of the game. 5-9 the scoreboard in favor of G2W.
Nice 4 picks for the arena. I think that first pick itself turned the round. It slowed their push completely, and then the awareness was just good. The second and third pick, and then the last pick in Shahs. Good round for the arena altogether, and good round for the defenders.
It looks like light buys again from all around the game. A Bucky coming through now. It's good enough for 1, gets 2 as well. The TP comes through from the jet. Does get spammed through, unfortunately, and drops a gun now. The Reyna walking up short, spots out the turret.
It was a good stop of the push by the KJ with the Bucky. Kind of unexpected that angle. We saw the Sova on the defender's team when they were attacking, put those chalk dots there for that exact reason. Almost every round that they pushed me into hookah.
Indeed, this turret now causing problems, but will finally be taken out. Aries is good
One
enough
enemy
for one,
remaining.
is good enough for two now.
Spike down B.
And Spike will be dropped. The Viper, however, who perhaps a TP too quick as the defenders now end up on the other side. The
30
Viper did have
seconds
an
left.
advantageous position, ends up giving it away, and
Spike
it looks
planted.
like the Sage will be able to get the plant and push her into CT. Rather good for 3 though. He's able to secure the round. And even though there was a little bit of a misplay from the Viper, taking the TP,
You don't deserve my mentions.
they're able to save the round, and that is 5 to 10. 10 now in favor of GTW.
Placing sentry.
Most of the game we have seen at least 2 of
Placing
these
swarm
Aries
grenade.
picks.
Placing swarm grenade.
The defending team don't really have smokes, they just have jet, and they can't really prevent the attackers from coming on site as good as smokes would.
A great shot from the attacking arena. Is able to get the pick on the off as well, and perhaps that is enough to break open a site now. The Reyna with the Odin had used the Empress, but is not good enough. Passage Slayer now up in this heaven does have
Right here.
a shock dart to shock himself.
Spike
The
planted.
Viper now playing in the smoke is in the middle of 5 of these attackers. Will spot,
Last player standing.
does get traded, and Savado is good
Placing alarm bot.
enough for the trade.
Turret out.
In a 1v3 now,
Down.
the turret does go down. Sage wall
Oh.
proving to be a very big hindrance, and a round to the attackers.
Placing sentry.
The attackers now do have enough money. The defenders still
Placing swarm
struggling
grenade.
with these half
Swarm
shields,
grenade.
and it looks like
Revealing area.
the bolt will be destroyed, which gives them enough information about the whereabouts of this attack. Now, a lot of shots fired in this hookah. The turret will also spot out. The shot darts do come through, but a beat for that is indeed a dead one. The two defending players up in this area are able to get out of the brim ult. The defending KJ's lockdown does go through now. Interesting push by the I'm at a loss for words at what I just saw. One player did get detained, however,
For
looks like
placing sentry.
the defenders were not quick enough. The wall bangs do go through, but only a dink on the head, and the attackers are able to grab around back. 7 to 10 now.
There was a good spam by the Reyna, but not enough to deny them the round.
Indeed, now the defenders again stuck on these half shields, stuck on these kind of light buys. They haven't had a good full buy since they started losing these rounds now. Attackers do have the money to upgrade their shields, but leave one out. And it will be an A stack from the defenders, leaving Zavado all alone with his bots on this B side now. Footsteps are given long. And a TP does go through. Perhaps they did see the rotations, or that is what they were trying to bait. Great play from the attackers now. Moving up this short. The Marshal will be able to spot one. Believe does get attacked, but that's about it.
Spike planted.
The Deagle good enough for one.
Nice fix for the Brim.
The Bucky does go through. Is a great to the Stinger.
Target out.
One enemy remaining.
Does not pick up the gun now. The attacking KJ does have another nade, but is taken out before the nade is popped, and that is the 11th round to the defenders, 7-11.
Thrifty.
Placing alarm bot coming back.
A good save round by the defenders. They were able to turn that round to their side, even without guns, even without too many abilities being used. Well played by the defenders.
Indeed, the defenders are running on somewhat of a save all this time now. Finally, will be able to pick up all the guns that they need. The attackers, perhaps, just enough for one round. And Sova again
Get out of my way.
Scanning ahead.
will be able to gather information. The attacking jet did use the Blade Storm. The Owl Drone will just be used to try to gather information, and it looks like the ult will go through now. He's able to tag too, but no kills out of that. Blade Storm's good for one.
So once cornered into
The Blade Storm does whiff,
Backside.
but the Jet is able to get the kill with the pistol now. An upgraded gun loses the 1v1 in the CT.
Last player standing.
The Jet is tapped as well. Good trade. Now the Viper coming from long does have the Ares. The Reyna now. Reyna and the Brim both. We're just having a peek at CT now. The Viper able to get past lobby. Does give away footsteps on side and pulls down the snake bite at the wrong time. The attacking Reyna now with 3 kills.
that was
And-
unfortunate for defending Viper, but she was out of time.
The time was of the essence. Unfortunately, her team got wiped while she was still trying to flank. And that means 8-11 is the score. Just a 3-round difference.
Placing swarm grenade.
The
Placing
defenders
swarm
now
grenade.
on a very, very light
Keep
buy.
it cool. That's how you survive.
Some upgrades coming through last moment now. The attacking Brim now. Taking the spike up short. The Viper does hear the footsteps.
Toxin screen down.
Is good enough to get one. The defending Jet will use Blade Storm, but perhaps on the wrong side. Zavato now sitting on this side does have all the utility placed. No sound by the attacker.
You
Now
will
Reyna
not kill my ally.
uses Empress, but unfortunately the KJ does fall on side.
Spike planted.
The rest does go through by the attacking Sage. And Mr. Lulu now with the Empress.
One enemy remaining.
Great shot by the Sage, by the Jet, but gets traded out. And Mr. Lube now Holding the elbow is able to take shots at CT freely, and it is an ace. First one of the tournament, or the second Reyna ace of the tournament.
Yes, well played, really well played by the Reyna. Good awareness, good shot placement, good crosshair placement, everything. That was almost perfection.
And he is able to secure the round for the team as well, inching it ever so closer to that tie. The Brimstone does get a shot off, unfortunately it's not the head, so the defending Jet definitely is able to get the better one of the trade. With their smokes down already, the attacking team perhaps are a little limited in the options that they have. The defending KJ now has set up all the utility.
Night night.
The Jet does get
One
two,
enemy remaining.
and it looks
Spike
like
down A.
only one attacker will be left.
Dead? I have
KJ is
no
good
license
enough.
to run.
Pick the corner, and that is match point from the side of
Match
G2W. 9-12 is the score.
Great hold by the defenders that round. Waited for the attackers to push, and then as soon as they saw them, and it was over.
Indeed, and the Jet up in Shaz as well is able to get 2
Alarm
picks.
bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
Now, in terms of ults online, the attackers do have the Brimstone, do have the KJ. There is a world in which they are able to bring this round back. They do have the guns required as well. The Viper ult does go down A. Pulling on the Judge. The Sova drone is taken out by the Reyna. I believe the Jet did go unspotted.
You should run.
KJ lockdown does come down,
Initiated.
and the defenders, defenders KJ now on 4 health. A lockdown unfortunately taken out well, does get detained. The sword art spots 4, but
Spike planted.
it's not enough. Now the Viper forced to abandon her ult, gives away too many footsteps. Still good for 1, the AD.
One enemy
Is able to
remaining.
get 2 picks as well now. Only 1 attacker left on site. The Reyna is able to get 1. Fortunately, that will be the end. The Ares just coming through short. The Ares is coming through hookah, moving through 2 players, and that will be the game for
Defenders
G2W.
I'm not tired.
That round was so much chaos, but yes, good game altogether. Well played by both teams, and that is the end of the bracket 2.
Indeed, that brings us to a close of bracket 2. Congratulations G2W, and well played Freshers 5. Great game overall, and that will be it for bracket 1. Let's try to get one of these players up for an interview perhaps. So we have Zawado here from G2W. G2W is KJ. And yeah, I want to ask him a couple of questions. So first off, congratulations on winning the
Thank
bracket
you.
too. How were the games? How were your opponents? How do you think the other teams in the bracket fared up?
I have seen a couple of other matches as well, and I've played like 3 matches now. So overall, the teams, I feel like many people are still in the learning phase. I think not everyone is a pro player here already or is trying to become pro. It's more of a fun tournament, so I feel like there were a lot of funny things that happened in the tournament, and I feel like how much ever I've seen, it was all for fun and everyone enjoyed for sure. I can tell that. So that's one really good thing I liked about this tournament.
And what about your teammates? Did you guys practice a lot before this? Were there like pro pro team level comms and stuff, or like how was it in the comms?
Okay, so I'll be very honest. Our comms are probably the shittiest comms you'll ever see. It's just us screaming at each other like, oh, there's a guy there, there's a guy here, and then we all just communicate and manage to play. So my teammates are not, we're not pros or anything. We have been playing for more than a year together now. So we have good communication. You can see like we have good synergy between each other, and I'm glad that my team was able to actually join me for this game as well. I mean, I just told them suddenly that, hey guys, do you want to join a tournament? And they were up for it. So I'm glad they joined.
I'm glad you guys had fun as well. And what about the MVP of this match? Who do you think gets the MVP? Other than you, any other player on your team or your opponent team?
To be very honest, I'd say either it goes to my friend Madhav, which is Reina, or it goes to the Sova. So I think they both took some really essential rounds in the beginning when we were slightly getting kicked back on our economy. I think they really managed to pull it up with the ADs and the other guns. So I would really hand them the MVP because I'm a KJ main, so I managed to just pull off how much ever I can. But other than that, I feel like they really did a good job. So it is. I'm really proud of them.
Indeed, that was definitely a great game to watch. Again, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining the tournament. And I'll
Thank
catch
you
you
so
later.
much. Hi, sure.
And into bracket 1 finals we go. Looks like we've ended up with the same teams. Clutch Masters will be defending for the first half, and Sentinels will be attacking for the first half. Pretty much, or the exact same teams actually on this map. Now, talk to me a little bit about Ascent.
Well, Ascent has a lot of angles you need to watch, a lot of long peaks. I think that's why Chamber
Smoke's down.
has come into the picture. He has that op as Zard, he has the Deagle with the scope, which helps watch those long angles. Then there's KJ on both sides, which helps lock down a side, post plant, and defend.
Ooh,
Then
and
something
as we
like
jump
Prim
right
is
into the
ideal.
action actually. Sorry to cut you off, but
Spike down A.
looks like Chamber, the defending Chamber, gets a quick kill on the Reyna, and that's 3 attackers down already.
Good shutdown by defenders as we see the rotations coming in.
Well, the
And they
spike
have
is
the
still left
spike.
on side. Now the Reyna will be able to spot the KJ, or should be able to spot the Sage.
One enemy remaining.
Gets it in, is able to get 1, gets 2 as well. Does have a heal coming up in a second. Is able to get some damage on the Reyna. Fortunately, Amit Gaming is present, and he will be able to clean up this round with a quick 4K.
Nice fix by the Reyna.
Indeed, as soon as the round started, the Chamber was able to get a quick pick and TP out. Chamber, a great champ at just getting that early peak and getting out early. Now, an interesting position. The defending Reyna will go for a peek, not spot anyone, and so will go back to the Chamber. Now drop down from his sniping spot.
Found the swarm grenade out. Swarm grenade out.
The KJ nades do go through, but the bomb is already on site.
Good work by the attackers, good push. Now they just have to hold them off.
They need 4 of their teammates already on site. The defending Reyna jumps through, is able to get a pick. Does spot the Sage. Is somehow still alive,
One enemy
and
remaining.
only 1 attacker left now.
Down you go.
Perhaps too eager to defuse the spike. Does not check boathouse, but the round is favorably in the defender's hand.
They didn't actually think that would work.
And as we go into round 3, Chamber will be posted up here with the Ares.
Launching smoke.
The cage is still watching mid, has broken the Sage wall. The spike now inwinds, but is able to get out pretty safely. The Reyna pushing up mid. KJ does spot the Reyna, and the Reyna does fall. The Brim now peeking from catwalk. And the spike
Spike
carrier
down mid.
looks like it does go down. Spike dropped in mid. It will be picked up by the KJ.
30 seconds
Everyone on the
left.
defending team very low. The spike still not picked up by the KJ. Verena will be able to grab it. And they have 10 seconds left to get the
10
spike
seconds
down.
left.
But they have to get across a Hermit.
Spike down A.
And the Brim is able to stop that push.
Last player standing.
The Chamber able to get 2 picks, but loses ground for it and his life at the end. And that is round 3 for the defenders.
I think we're starting to see the Hermit giving play as he really should.
All set up.
As we've seen that he can play really well.
Teleport's ready.
Now the Chamber does speak high mid. The Sage Wall is quick and does use up his TP. Cooldown not too long, but still. Rotations from the defenders now.
Spike
Chamber
down
gets
A.
2. Perhaps the remote was not necessary. Spike now dropped right in front of the door.
I think that's going to be impossible to take without a smoke.
Enemy down.
The defending Sage also gets a kill now. Chamber walks out of the smoke, gets spammed.
Last player standing.
The Sage gets 2 kills now, and that leaves a Chamber with 21 health.
Out of range. Out of range. Out of range. Teleport's ready.
And perhaps there was a plan, but unfortunately out of range is what we heard, and out of the round is what the Chamber became. That is the 4th round to the defenders. Economy definitely at its highest, but still sticking to the Ares, not upgrading.
You want to play? Let's play.
Verena does spot the entry in B main, but not quick enough. An interesting turret up mid is able to spot the defender rotating.
Spike
Got the
drop.
spike.
The Chamber right now on this B main does not connect, unfortunately, and that is quite a
30
precious ult
seconds
actually,
left.
to lose such early.
Quite unfortunate for Chamber and the attack side.
Bombs up. Swarm grenade out.
But the Reyna is able to get 2
Last
quick
player
kills, and Hermit is able to bring 2 back. Unfortunately, that is not enough, and the defenders lose their first round. That is 4-1, 4 in favor of the Clutch Masters and 1 for Sentinels.
Good flank on the attacker by the defending Sage.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
Now, a lot of setup done by the KJ before the round itself. And it looks like the defending chamber is going to pull out his AWP. The alt is picked up in B and it is quite visible or quite audible. The Reyna does get spammed through the market and it looks like the defending chamber will be able to grab a pick. The bomb now making its way towards A from spawn.
They will cover.
The attacking arena does use Empress. Is
30
not able to
seconds
get a
left.
pick. The Brimstone, however, is able to get a pick on the chamber with the ult, and that means a plan does go through.
Unfortunate timing of that KJ ult. As
Lane
soon as they
defending-
placed it down, they start planting at it.
The defending KG ult now not available
For you.
for a lot of rounds, and it would have definitely been useful if it was saved or if he was aware of the plan being on A. Now smokes do go down. There are multiple locations to check.
Last player standing.
The Brim and Wine is able to get through. And
One enemy
looks like
remaining.
all the players but one will be wiped. And that resets the economy. Gun round now coming out from both the sides. The defender is still choosing a lot more Ares over rifles. The attacker is forced to stick to a couple of Spectres and Ares. However, they do have enough money to kill out now. The first off shot goes wide. And double off it would seal from the side of the attackers. The defending KJ now in a great spot. If it does go unchecked,
Help.
that is perhaps the best lineup of enemies that you can get.
Swarm grenade out.
The chamber does fall. The attacking arena does spot the Brimstone, and it means that it is a very open site. The bomb, however, is still stuck in this B main. He is able to TP out of it.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Good job by the attackers there.
The one defending KJ now left with an Ares, perhaps wanting to save it. And it looks like we have
Spike planted.
some disconnects.
Recalling my bot. Recalling my bot.
And hopefully they are back. They are back indeed.
Gun here.
Does hear the footsteps.
Placing sentry.
An off shot will be fired and the bomb does go through. That is a 4-3. 4 rounds for Masters and 3 rounds for all Sentinels.
I got money. Need something? Turn out. Placing alarm bomb. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Now the Brimstone walking in.
Right here.
To this B main, there is a Reyna sitting in the cubby as well.
Launching smoke.
Spike down B.
Spike does fall. And this will be a round that you have to give up to.
Good job by the defenders again. Nice 2 picks. Oh, Reyna gets shut down instead of holding the corner she peeked.
You will not kill my ally.
An aggressive peek by the chamber does not pay off.
Placing sentry.
And it looks like the rest of the attackers post round
30 seconds left.
will be moving through mid. The chamber does not land a shot. The Brimstone does, however, and is able to pick up the attacking KJ.
Spike planted.
The plant does go down, and the remaining 3 attackers decide to play from main.
Teleport's ready. Trap destroyed.
The off is able to get 1. Reyna finds 2, and the off gets another 1, it seems.
Last player standing.
As the Sage, however, not able to do much for the plant. And the defenders are forced to give up this round, equalizing it to a 4-4.
That wasn't very well played by the
I got money.
defenders.
Need
They
something?
took too much time to rotate. The Sage went back in. Sage went back to B and revved Reyna. And it made almost no difference in their push.
Maybe the defenders had all the time they needed, or the attackers had. Oh no, wait. The defenders had all the time that they needed, but a few misplays and they had to give up the round.
Nice pick by Naruto on the attacking side.
Still inside.
Spike
But
down
gets
A.
absolutely shut down.
The KJ does pick up the Brimstone, which is quickly traded out by the Reyna. The chamber now also
have the
falls. Spike is picked up by the Reyna.
One enemy remaining.
Results.
Is able to get another pick
Spike
And-
planted.
leaves the KJ in. Near barrels now walking to mid from Pizza. Perhaps saving the run. Footsteps to give away one of the players' locations, and the defenders will not be allowed to save as the attackers wipe every of the counter.
Safety's off.
Geoff now coming through from the brimstone.
You want to play? Let's play.
He's not able to get a pick.
Ollie.
Attackers looking pretty aggressive at A side, but haven't pushed yet. This is that Brim Molly.
The defending arena walks through B main and does get taken down. Looks like she will die. Do the defending stage again.
I have them.
A good TP from the chamber means he can live it for a little longer.
The attackers are forced to rotate to B side. KJ in a good position right now.
Aye.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
The chamber gets one pick on side.
One enemy
He's able to
remaining.
get two as well. And the attackers are wiped clean, and that is the round 5 for defenders.
No fighters today, I'm afraid.
Good mark by everyone. By the defender's side.
The defending chamber does use the AWP, does pull out the signature. He's not fired.
Unfortunately, he was caught between two people. His cross has stuck in the middle.
And that means it is free for the attackers to just cross and walk to the other side.
Remove.
Brimstone does not check both the corners or does not clear both his angles, and that leaves the Sage in the better of the duel.
Now we're cooking.
The Brim is able to
Connects
get
first
it.
one, connects the second, connects the third.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Brim left now. In a 1v2, but the KJ was quick and
Gets
takes them
Spencer.
down.
Last round before the switch.
They will cover.
Contrast used by the defending arena now. Doesn't look like much will come out of it just yet.
You should run.
As the attack engages, knockdown does come under. And the attackers make their way on the site. The attacking arena is able to get two quick
Spike
picks.
planted.
You will not kill my ally.
Prepare for hellfire.
We see so many others being used as it's the last round. It's always chaos.
Indeed, but
A little bit of run and gun by the defending stage there.
Last player standing.
Serena is not able to get one, and the attacking team is able to wipe all the defenders off the
Switching
map.
sides.
5-7 is the score. 7th in the favor of Sentinels and 5 for Clutch Masters.
I think we've seen a pretty fair fight. It was 4-0, but then the defenders turned it around.
No peeks from either team.
Smoke's down.
Smokes will go down,
Molly.
and the molly is used to slow down the push as much as possible. The brimstone does go down, and the plant from the attackers from Clutch Masters will come to.
Spike down A. You're done.
The classic shots do not connect, and it is a 2v2 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Turret out.
One enemy remaining.
KJ is able to take the brim out, but it looks like there will not be enough time.
Embarrassing.
Yeri is able to get one, but one only.
Out of here.
Good push on the side.
Molly.
Sage of the spike chooses not to plant yet.
Smoke's down.
Spike planted.
Now with a lot of the team
Prepare for hellfire.
stationed up here under Hell and near Jet.
Launching smoke.
The brim does go down. The people up on level.
Last player standing.
And the defending KJ is able to 1v3 the game and equalize round 7-7.
That works.
The attackers now pushing up mid. Looks like a wall will go through. Perhaps trying for the res, but the attackers will deny it.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
Good positioning by the attackers. They've somehow pushed already into market and their spawn.
However, it is debatable whether this push will net anything. 30 seconds left on the clock now.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Turret destroyed.
As the KJ does here,
Impeccable kill.
all of the attacking team walking onto side.
Spike planted.
The plant, however, is not denied, and that means 8-7 in favor of the Clutch Masters.
I think Hermit's playing the way that we've seen him play. At least last tournament, he's taking charge. He is not exactly carrying his team, but he is leading it. And he's playing really well. I see teamwork in this team paying off.
Indeed, this team is now moving as one unit. What it was lacking in the previous matches, it is
Right
now
here.
making up.
You should run.
The defending KJ does drop down the ult. And it looks
Spike
like a lot of
down.
trading. Does go through.
Molly.
But with the attackers not pushing B side,
Smoke's down.
not committing fully yet.
Nice smokes by the defending Brim. Also that Molly, I think that's pushed them towards A right.
Perhaps that's not what you wanted. With no one on this A side, this plant will be uncontested. And it being a 4v2, the defenders have, or the attackers have plenty of people to place in traps like this.
One enemy remaining.
Ryuzaki able to pick up the defending Sage.
Stim beacon here.
The Brimstone now forced out of heaven and perhaps forced to give this round up as well.
Good utility usage by the Sage and the KJ.
See ya.
Brim is able to pick
Also
up
by
a
the
kill,
defending Brim.
and that will add some more money into the team's pocket.
Barrier created.
The Marshal does connect, however, it looks like the defending Brim is able to pick up that kill. The man down already. Defenders will definitely have trouble holding on to the side.
Prepare for hellfire.
Brimalt is committed just to allow an easy push on the side.
Spike planted.
The Reyna now does have the ult.
Current division.
They will cover.
Let's just go to the Reyna is able to pick one. Fortunately, not able to get another.
Return to dust.
Last player standing.
And
So
the stage
massive
is
spray downs from both teams and everyone.
indeed the amount of AD spam that comes through from both sides. Now 10 to 7 the scoreboard, 10 in favor of the Clash Masters, 7 for the Sentinels. Economy good enough for upgrades, but the attacker is choosing to stick to their ADs. They do pick up an off, however.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
So
Spike down mid.
sudden change in the round just by those 4 picks.
Indeed, great positioning by the defending Reyna. They are able to catch the fate off now. On for an ace. And that is the second ace. Or the third
Third
ace. Third Reyna
Of
ace
the
play.
tournament. Yes.
Is able to bring the round back. 8 to 10 the score now.
That's a good spot. You want to play? Let's play.
The shot is taken by the chamber. The Reyna does fall in high mid. The off, it seems,
Chamber gets shot down.
is the better version.
You should run.
30 seconds left.
As the attackers do put up a KJ. KJ knockdown.
Spike planted. One
The
enemy
defending
remaining.
KJ is also able to put down the ult. Perhaps it was not necessary, however, that is 10 to 9 the score.
Placing sentry. Placing alarm bot.
And back in the match again.
Launching smoke. Molly.
Again, denying this push for defending Brimstone. The spike now moving towards B. Some of the attackers still stuck on this A side, perhaps hoping for a pick.
Turret destroyed.
That does get taken down by the AWP. They're defending KJ now in a pretty good spot. And
30
looks like
seconds
the
left.
attackers will commit. The defending KJ does not get Duelor as
Spike planted.
the flanking Sage is able to get another pick. The defending Brim is able to pick one up.
Beacon down.
Does use the ult though.
Last player standing.
The bullets don't connect, and that is 11 for Clutch Masters.
Nice ults by both the Brims. One clear outside and one clear out market. Still not seeing too much use of utility as much as I'd hope.
The attackers again now. Hitting the side with the Brim defending Brim. Using the smoke, using the body instantly.
Chamber always.
The attackers do get spammed through a little. Now the defending Reyna and the chamber posted up here up mid and perhaps not gonna let any rotations go through. The attackers now Stuck perhaps. Not able to decide where they want to go.
Spike down B.
And the Cage is able to get 2 picks. Is traded out though. The Sage that did make it across just
30 seconds left.
Just drop the wall down. The Spike, however, is still not in the hands of the attackers.
Last player standing.
Nice shutdown by the defender.
Rest.
The Sage is able to get 2 kills. Time, however, is not on her side
10 seconds left.
and does go down to the Reyna. That is 11 to 10. Defenders now split again. Spam coming through B. Hermit will spot one and get a quick kill. And the Spike now moving towards mid. The rest of the attackers
Kill my allies.
playing towards this tree area. The bomb will now go down.
Spike planted.
The Brimstone does find one, but
Last player standing.
not able to convert into a pick. And the attacking KJ does put down the lockdown. It looks like a save would be the optimal choice here.
Off.
Grabs the op, however. The rest of the team moving back towards main, but perhaps this Brimstone has spotted the chamber.
Match point.
Just not enough, and the attackers now 12-10 on a match point. Clutch Masters.
Merci.
Seems like they are trying to hit A side this time. Gun in hand. And what looks like an Odin as well. The Brimstone running all the way to B. Perhaps trying to fake rotates or trying to bait out rotates. The defending team though leaving another player on this B side. And it seems as though the defending players have not bought this rotate, still leaving 2 players mid. The altars go through and the attackers are able to make it into sight with Spike. The attacking arena has used Empress.
Not a great sage wall by the attackers.
Indeed, kind of locks down their own team into the site area now. Empress running out. Only a quarter of its time left. He's not able to convert it.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
And it looks like the Phantom
Attackers
is
win.
enough to do the job.
Move forward.
Clutch Masters with the 13-10 victory over Sentinels, and that will be the Bracket 1 finals. Congratulations to Clutch Masters, and let's try to see if we can get one of them on board. And here with me we have the Hermit Gaming, the Brimstone from the Clutch Masters. First off, congratulations on winning the Bracket 1 finals. How are you feeling?
So yeah, it was a fun match, I guess, close one.
What about your teammates? Do you think they were able to follow your lead?
At some point there was a bit of communication error, I guess, a bit of issues. But well, it worked out in the end.
Indeed. And what about your opponents? What about the rest of the teams in your brackets?
Well, the opponents were actually quite strong. I guess they also made a few mistakes and they capitalized on those. If they have made less mistakes, I think we would have lost. They had a really good chance of winning. It was almost an equal game. The scoreline says it.
Indeed. And what about the MVP? Who do you think you would give the MVP of this match to? Other than you, anyone from your team or your opponent team?
That's a good question. Who would I give the MVP to?
Well, looking at the scoreline,
I guess, Sun Goku, I have to congratulate him on the ace that he got. He just came behind us and I don't know how he got the ace. Like, it happened so fast. I guess because of that, I think he is the MVP because of that.
Indeed, that was a great fight. And that brings me to a point. Like, how do you think this map works out other than what all maps you played during the tournament? You would have definitely played Bind.
Yeah, we played Bind, Ascent, Breeze, and so I guess, and in Haven, I guess it was a bit more harder for me to play Haven for some reason. I guess that's mostly due to the rotations and the 3 different bomb sites that we have to cover. So compared to that, Ascent is a bit more simpler in terms of rotations, only 2 bomb sites.
That's true.
And the mid area is quite strong as well for flanking either A or wrapping around B garden. So it's the mid is more important in this map.
That's true. We definitely did see your rotations and your team play around you very well in this final match as well. So once again, congratulations to you and your team, and have a good one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun streaming this tournament. Thank you to all the teams that participated. Thank you to all those all those who helped me cast and also set up this tournament. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.